Okay, am I audible? हॅलो. आवाज येतोय का? स्क्रीन दिसतंय का? इज स्क्रीन विजिबल? हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so our today's topic is metabolic network analysis, right? So today's topic is metabolic network analysis. So what is metabolic network analysis? So we are all familiar with this reaction in biochemistry. So this is a glucose getting converted into glucose 6 phosphate to the glucose 1,6 phosphate. Basically glucose is breaking down into the pyruvate molecule. So this reaction we call it as a glycolysis reaction. So this is a single metabolic reaction with glycolysis. But when we consider the cell is not the reactions in the cell is not as simple as this, right? We have glycolysis, we have protein breakdown reaction, protein synthesis reaction, fatty acid synthesis reaction. Then we have fatty acid oxidation reaction. Then HMP pathway we have. Then protein synthesis reactions we have. So different types of reactions we have. So the reactions which appear as this simple as isolated pathway is basically not isolated pathway. So this one is our biochemical reaction landscape. Okay, so these are the you can get the idea how many reactions cells can have. So these many reaction cells can have. Actually, these are it should be more than this, but these are the limited number of reactions which cells can have. Okay, so these individual dots represent metabolites. So if you consider this is a glucose, then this another dot, it is a glucose 6 phosphate. So likewise, and all metabolites interconvert into the different pathways. So these things are there. So this is a metabolic pathway, and metabolic pathway is connected like this. So this is a glucose 6 phosphate, fructose 6 phosphate. So this is a glycolysis reaction which is shown in the green. So ultimately we are getting pyruvate, but pyruvate can be used for the lactate synthesis, or this glucose 6 phosphate can be used in the another reactions. So likewise, different reactions are interconnected together. And if you want to study all reactions in altogether, means how one reactions or one metabolite affect the concentration of the other metabolite. So in that case, you have to undertake the metabolic network analysis. So these are the reactions. For example, these carbohydrate reaction are shown in the blue here. So all these blue reactions are carbohydrate related. Nucleotide reactions are in the red. So these red reactions are the nucleotides. Then metabolism of complex lipid is shown here in the green. Then biodegradation of xenobiotics. So outside substance we eat, it get biodegraded in the liver. So this xenobiotics degradation is shown here. Metabolism of amino acid is shown with this color. Amino acid metabolism. The cofactor and vitamins also get metabolized. Secondary metabolites, the complex carbohydrate. So basically this is a very complex set of reactions. So what we say metabolic network analysis, it is a complex set of reactions, and for example we want to analyze how this metabolite affect this metabolite. Okay, so if you want to see that, you have to undertake the metabolic network analysis. Okay, so structure of the metabolic network. So these are the structures. So this one is a open reading frame. So open reading frame is there. This is a glucose 6 phosphate isomerase enzyme is there, and now it is getting converted into this enzyme glucose 6 phosphate other substrate. other substrate is getting converted into other substrate like beta D glucose 6 phosphate, beta D fructose 6 phosphate, alpha D glucose 6 phosphate. So these are the basic network object. Then there can be a structure of under structure of metabolic multipartite graph. So multipartite graph look like this. Here is a gene set, then enzyme set, then reaction set, then compound set. This is a multipartite. Okay, different partition, multipartite. Then glycolysis metabolic pathway. So this is a glycolysis metabolic pathway. You can see here different images. So glycolysis metabolic pathway means one reaction is getting converted into another reaction. Okay. So this one is a reaction graph. This one is a substrate graph. So when we say biochemical reaction, so network analysis, when we say, so you people may be familiar with the social network analysis, right? So social network means, so for example, this is me, this is one student, so this student and I can be connected, or this is a one simply a different person whom I don't know. If this person, how it is connected to me, yeah, I could know this person, who is this person. So I can either go to this student and he will go to this student, then this student, and this way I will know this person, who is this person, right? So this is a one of the reaction graph. Or there can be a simplest path. I can know this person will know this one, and this person will know this one. So these are the like network analysis means how the one reaction is being controlled by the another reactions, right? So for this one reaction metabolic network analysis we know, but it is the analysis can be similar to social network, right? So this is also a network like social network like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. So this can be a reaction network. So this is a substrate diagram. So these are the different substrate and the reactions, how they are being connected. So when we say reactions, so we already have seen this enzyme kinetic in our lecture. So this is a substrate concentration, rate of reaction. So Vmax is decreased, Pmax Km is increased. Okay. So as reaction goes forward, the velocity of reaction increases and it will plateau at some point. So this is a reaction kinetic. So we have substrate A getting converted into substrate B and C. In that case, we have to know the rate of this reaction. So then we can calculate this enzyme kinetics. So this zero order kinetics, first order kinetic, likewise these reactions are there. Okay. So in this one, so in this lecture, so there are analysis like flux balance analysis and other things, but we don't want to cover it here. We just want to cover practical aspect. So how this practically this thing can be done. Okay. So one software we have. This is our software. Okay. So this one is a Cytoscape. If you want to see how this software works, so you can. Let us see how this what is this Cytoscape? So if you type Cytoscape in the Google, then you will get link like this. A Cytoscape open source platform for complex network. Okay, so this software you can analyze on your own desktop. If you download it, you can see network data integration, analysis, and visualization. So different network means different at the cell level. These are different genes. White dots, what we see is the different genes, and it is being expressed or repressed in particular expression pattern. These things we have to connect and we have to make the network of this thing. So you can download it. If you download and install, then you will get window like this. So this one is a Cytoscape window. So under this Cytoscape window, if you want to see the tutorials for this one, so you have different tutorials available, means how to use this window. So basically these things only I am going to cover step by step. So when we say Cytoscape, so it has different sections, right? So this section is there, network window is there, then network table is here. Here is a network table, bottom side. This is a sample session. These are sample session. This is the recent session, what we have analyzed. At the left side, you can type, you can select here NDX network search or PSIC QUIC. So different network name you can search here. Then here there are different styles. Means for example this is a network. Okay. So one network we are selecting affinity purification. So you can see it is extracting now. Okay, so this network is extracting. You can see it is a network like this and it is connected. Okay, so these are the different genes and it is being connected like this with this network. So now we can do some analysis on this network like border paint. So border paint we can do border widths. So this widths we can determine fill color. So which color to use that we can determine image chart. Then there is a label color each. So we will see if this label has some color. So this is a blue color we can see. Label font size we can determine. This label shape is right now rectangular in the shape. This shape we can change. Then tooltip, transparency and width, these all parameters comes under the style section. Then under the filter section you can select different filter here. So node matching attribute, name, KB, PSI. So these different things you can do here. So this is a filter. Then annotation is there. Annotations means you can manage the names given to these different attributes. Then there is a legend panel. So these are the legend panel here, and this is a layout tool is here. Under edit you can find different options. So one by one these options we are going to see, but just for your understanding I am trying to cover what are the different options. So under edit there is a remove duplicate, self loop, rename network. Under view option there is a control panel. Then there is a full screen fit to the content. Is this content, if I do fit to the content, then it should fit to the screen. So fit to the content option is there. Then select, mouse drag select all nodes and edges. So the this is a node and this line we see it is a edges. So now node line and node and edges related information. Next we have layout. So this one is a one layout. You can make it circular. If you make it circular, it will change its orientation. So let's see now if it has changed or not. Okay, so it is still loading. So here you can see it is a circular. So this all image will be updating. Maybe it is a large data, so it is taking time. But different attributes can be manipulated likewise. So basically, just for information purpose, we are taking. We will go step by step to analyze this one. But initially, for uh, purpose of understanding, we are saying. So this it can become a circular. Then there are two like plot histogram. You can plot histogram, scattergram. You can merge networks. You can analyze network. You can execute command file. Then under layout, you can have the group attribute layout and the degree sorted layout. So instead of taking all things as at once, let's do analysis step by step. So how this step by step analysis can be done and how this one. So let us restart our cytoscape. So this is a cytoscape is a software or the network analysis. So how biochemical network is being analyzed. So in last one lecture we have seen how expression pattern, how genes get expressed under on NCBI. We already have seen how different gene get expressed, differential expression, how it is calculated. And this one we are going to analyze some reactions of this network. So let's see it is opening. So So, this was short tour of cytoscape, right? So Cytoscape is basically, this is a network search here, still opening. So here you can see it is a network search window. It is network view window. So different network you can see, appendity purification, yeast purification. You have purified yeast and different network. You can import and save. Yeast genome interaction you can see here. Then you have table panel. So table panel you can see here. Then retrieving network. So from here we get this network, right? So we say that here it is a network, appendity purification is purification. So there should be some source from which we have to get the network. So this is a string database. So Cytoscape accept the network data in variety of format and from multiple sources, including many public interaction and the network database. So the when we say network means something is connected with something. So in our case, one protein is connected with something. Maybe there is a protein-protein interaction, or maybe there is a some transcription factor. Means protein is interacting with the nucleotide sequence. So likewise, so this interaction can be seen at the string database, which is representing gene associated with the breast cancer. So this is a breast cancer genes, and how these genes are interacting, it is shown. So this is a our string website. So this is a string is a functional protein association network. So in this string, what we can see is that this is a website, and if you see here, protein interaction or functional analysis network. So in this one, we can find the different. So one example we can find here. So fatty acid chain, fatty acid chain related some network is there. Let's see whether it is showing loading, right? So this is a network. Okay, this is a brief network. So this is a one gene INA. This is a gene name. So if you double click on it, so you can see information, cell membrane protein. So this INA is a cell membrane protein. YLR13W, protein of unknown function, essential gene, and these are the information associated with this one. Okay, so we will not go in detail, but so like this you can manipulate this network. So what will happen, you can stretch this network likewise, but basic the structure likewise it was shown is a particular structure for this one. So these are the colored node. So this thing we call it as a nodes. Okay, these are the nodes mean TL. What is TGL4? TGL4 is a name of the protein, particular protein, and YJU is another protein which is somehow connected with this protein. Okay, so when we say this two protein is interacting, means if this protein is expressing, maybe this protein expression decreases, or this protein expression increase causes other protein increase. For example, TGL4 protein expression level to decrease. So these types of interaction is there. Then there is a white nodes, empty nodes, filled nodes. So these are the different structure and known interaction, like from curated database, experimentally determined database. If it is connected with the red line, means it is experimentally detected. If it is connected with the blue line, it is means curated database. If it is green line, means genes are in neighborhood. Like in case of bacteria, genes are in neighborhood. They may be in the same open reading frame, and they will be contributing to the same set of genes, relevant genes, right? So this is a string database. So how this string database looks like, so we have seen here, and these are different protein expressions. So POX, if some POX is there in this one, POX1. So what is this POX1? So if you zoom here, it is a fatty acyl coenzyme A oxidase involved in fatty acid beta oxidation pathway related, localized in the peroxisome matrix. Okay, so this is this gene. So you can see inside, if you zoom it more, you can see there is a protein. So this is basically a protein structure also shown inside this one. So this is a POX, means fatty acyl coenzyme A oxidase. So this is basically a different enzymes, how they are being connected based on their expression level and other parameter, right? So neighborhood, gene fusion. So different scores we have given to this one. So this is a string database. So we want to take tour of our cytoscape as a metabolic network. So selecting the hubs, so you can select the different networks. So for example, uh, this network is there and we can select the different hubs from this one, right? So some network we can make yellow, other will remain green. So this is how we select different. So network can be filtered, node can be selected based on the associated data or network properties. So string database provide the many node and edge attributes that can use to explore the network. So we have different nodes and edges. So if you select particular nodes, you can analyze that particular network. For example, we can use the disease score attribute to select the two genes. So if you select based on disease score, this disease score, we will get we can select top two genes. So likewise is there. Then correcting subnetwork. Here from particular large network we can create a subnetwork, means particularly a small set of networks. Then loading data. So this data if you want to load, so this is a TCGA breast cancer data set. So from where this data comes, so this data set can be derived from different sources. So this is a cancer database set, okay, National Cancer Institute, and this is a Cancer Genome Atlas. Here different data set, means if somebody has a ovarian cancer, in that case the ovarian cancer cell, particular ovarian cancer or breast cancer cell, they may be grown in the inside of the lab and their expression pattern can be seen. So for example, if this is a different expression pattern for these different genes, then we can analyze how if one gene expression happen, how other its expression can be prevented. So expression can be regulated if you see the, if you analyze the network, metabolic network. Okay, so these type of things it can be there, and this data set can have different data sets like microRNA data, mRNA arrays, exome sequencing, DNA methylation, DNA copy number. So like this data you can load in this one. You can select different style. So what we mean by selecting different style means this is a network and we can select different color. So different color. So whenever we are selecting something, it should have some meaning. So this red color, it may be we can select gradient from blue to red. So if you are selecting gradient like this, it means red color nodes means it is expressing very high, expression level is high, and if it is a blue means the expression level is a low. Okay, so we have already seen our DNA replication, transcription and translation. So whenever we say gene expression or gene expression means DNA contains particular gene sequence. This gene sequence has to get translated, transcribed into the mRNA. So how much mRNA is being formed, that process we call as a gene expression. Okay, so that is a gene expression event. So these gene expression events can be determined like this. So if somebody has a cancer, breast cancer or ovarian cancer, or some intestinal cancer, so the treatment, choice of treatment for the cancer depends on which gene expressing more. So sometime if you control the expression level of that gene, that this cell will start to grow normally. So that is the logic behind this one. So that is why we are studying gene network analysis, right? So somewhat advanced topic, but like here we can say the name. So this name you can modify type. So you, this is a circle, you can make it rectangle, square. Weight means how much one PRP and NBN, how they are connected. This depending on weight we can see. So for example, this is a BRCA, breast cancer gene, and this is another RAD51. So there is a very high correlation. So the age width is very high. So that these things can be manipulated in this biological network. So this is a network setting style, we call it as a setting of styles. Then saving of the results. So here, if you want to save results, you can go here, save as a export. You can export network to the NDEX. So this is a network file format. Network to the file. You can export network to the image. You can export network to the web page, and you can export it to the table of file and style to file. So these are different types of things you can do with this network. So this is about the saving the results of the network. So let us try to visualize some basic data visualization. So how basic data can be visualized. Okay, so this is a basic data visualization. The Cytoscape is an open source software platform for integrating, visualizing, and analyzing the measurement data. So, what measurement data we want to analyze? So, previous lecture we have seen the next generation sequencing, in which the particular how much particular different genes are expressing simultaneously we can see. So, these are our expression pattern. For example, is our measurement data. So based on this data, we can analyze it. So this in this one, how expression and network data can be combined tells a biological story. So if you want to tell some biological story, so you can tell something about the expression and the network data. So you can visualize the network based on expression data. So we have gene expression data. So expression data means we have different genes in particular cell they are expressing, and we want to see how high expressing gene is regulating low expressing gene or intermediately expressing gene. So these things we want to determine. So that is a visualizing network using the expression data. So next is a filtering network based on the expression data. So you can filter the network, then assessing the expression data in the context of biological network. So this data you can assess in the uh, context of biological networks. So this is things. So here, for example, we have GAL1, GAL4, and GAL40. So what is this GAL1, GAL4? So these are different genes involved in the galactose metabolism. So this is GAL1, GAL4, GAL40 genes are there. So let us try to search our network. So this is, uh, it says that under the network search control panel you can, so here is a network. Okay, so here is a style, this is a filter, this is annotation, this is a lesion panel, and this is a network. Now currently we are interested in network, so instead of style we are going on the network. So let us go on the network. So here is a network, and now here we want to type GAL1, GAL4, GAL80. So let us search here. So let us search our database here. So now this database has searched. Okay. So if you import this database, so if you import it here, importing now, so it will be imported here. Okay, now this has been getting imported. Okay, so this is being imported. So galactose 1, galactose 4, galactose 80 data is being getting imported in our database. So you can close this dialog. So here we can see this is different proteins. Okay, this is a YLR377C. This is one gene. This is YBR019C. These are different genes, how they are being connected. So let us see what other things we can get. So this is a loading network. So loading part we have done. We have entered our network. We want to search network for interaction of the GAL1, GAL4 and GAL80 genes. So this we have entered. Now this network we have got here. So these are the different genes and their network here. Now next, visualizing expression data on the network. Probably the most common use of the expression data in the cytoscape is the visual properties of the nodes. Means what is the color, shape, border in the network according to expression data. So different expressing gene should have different color. So do we have different color here? Currently we don't have different color. So this is a bluish color, all bluish color. So the aim is to that based on different expression and different connectiveness, we want this visual display to be good. Okay, so this creates a powerful visualization and portraying the functional relation and experimental response at the same time. So this is a functional response. Functional response means these genes may be regulating these genes. That is a functional response. So one gene is affecting other genes. So that is a functional response. Here we will show the example of doing this. So data used in the example is from yeast. Okay. So yeast and yeast organism we have used and represent the experimental perturbation in the gene GAL1, GAL4, GAL80, which are all yeast transcription factor. So here in our network we have used GAL1, GAL4, GAL80. These are the expression factors which are present in the yeast, and these expression patterns these expression factors level we want to perturb. Perturb means we want to disturb something. We a particular experiment we want to undertake, and based on that experiment, the level of these genes can change. So GAL1, GAL4, GAL80, these can change. So visualizing expression data on the network. So if you want to visualize the data, for this tutorial, experimental data was a part of Cytoscape session file you loaded earlier and is visible in the node table. Okay, let's see. We have loaded our file. Okay, we have just searched it, we have imported it. So this file has come. Now we want to see the gene table. Okay, so this is a, if you take it up, so here you can see the table. At the bottom there is a shared name, average shortest path length, betweenness centrality, closeness centrality, clustering means how they make clusters, degree eccentricity, is single node, neighborhood. So lot of parameters are there. Out number of undirected edges. So you can see large graph, large table here. So this, like this table you can see at the bottom. So this is a node table. So here is a name of this table. This is a node table. Different table can be there. Node table. This is a edge table, and this is a network table. Okay. So currently we are at the node table, and these are the different parameters. So this is a one column, two column, and different rows. So this different our parameter has arranged in database with the different parameter estimated, and now based on this one, this network has formed. Okay, so you can select the network in the network by shift, shift, click, and drag. Okay, so if you want to select the network, particular network, so how to select the particular network? So let us see. Shift, click, and drag. Okay, so this is our network. So you can, for example, we want to select the network. So if you want to select it, you have to click the shift here on your keypad and select this node. Now this node you can move it. Okay, so you can move this node here. So this is the selecting. If you want to select multiple nodes, you can select likewise, and you can move all them at once at the different positions. So this is how network. This is how the network we can select. So this is our biological network of different substrate and enzymes, how they are being formed. So different substrate is there, and this is the reactions connecting them. Okay, so this is how we can select the network. So this is about visualizing the expression data. Okay, so these are the different name is there, and this is a common name of this one. So for example, this is a name of this substrate. So YB, so let's take easy name. So YLR 191W. So here if it is YLR 19W, so we can see it, search it, YLR 9191W. So likewise you can search in this one. So this one is the gene. this is its name, and different parameters is there. So likewise you can search from this table also. So this gene is there, its common name is the capital PEX13. So PX is 13 is name. So how much is the expression of the GAL1 gene expression by the influenced by this one? How much is a GAL4 R gene expression, and how much is a GAL80R gene expression. So these are different visualization of the expression data on the network. So visualization of expression data on the network, we can now use the data to manipulate the visual properties of network by mapping specific data column to the visual style properties. Okay, so specific now we can use specific data. For example, GAL80 R expression values will be mapped to the color node, and node with a low expression will be blue, and node with a high expression are the red. So right now we want to take particular data GAL80 R expression data, and we want low expressing substrate in the biological network to have the lower values, and the high expressing to have the higher values, red values. So blue and red we want to give based on significance of expression value mapped to the node border. So if values are significant, we can adjust the node border width with the significant changes will appear with a thicker border. Okay, so if border is thick, one node is there, second node is there, and if the border is thick, it means that there is a significant changes because with two substrate, right? So and if value is this node appear blue, low expression this appear red, it means it has a higher expression level. So these are different things we can manage. So let us see how we can select the GAL80 expression. So this is our network, right? So if you click this one, so this is the apply preferred layout. So if you want to apply preferred layout, so you can select this one. So this will select the default layout. So currently we have selected GAL1, GAL4 and GAL80 genes. Now we are interested in the GAL80 R express gene, and this one how genes are, which genes are down regulated and which genes are up regulated, that we are interested in. So let us go to the styles, fill color. So these are different color: swashes, HSV, HSL, RGB, CM, YK. So different colors you can select for these edges, but we don't want to select color randomly. So this is a blue color, so it doesn't give much information. So we want the color of the substrate such that high expressing should have different color and lower expressing substance should have different color. So let us select it here. So if you select middle window, middle panel here, so no mapping still. So if say let us select color, so which one we want to select? GAL80R. So this is a GAL80R. Mapping time, continuous mapping if you select, so you can see here color has changed. Now this, so YBR019C, it is very bright red. It means that it is expressing at very high level, and this is very bluish color. So on this is bluish color means YGL008C substrate. This is expressing at the lower level. So this is a gradient. On the left side you can see the blue means low expressing, and the reddish means high expressing. So this type of network you can analyze here. So this is a continuous mapping, and this is a color gradient. So you can see color gradient here. So this is a blue gradient, this is a red gradient, and initial gradient ranges from blue to the red for the expression values. Okay, so based on this thing, this is a node fill color. So node fill color means these were nodes were all blue previously. Now we have made it to the based on expression pattern, gene expression. Based on gene expression pattern, we want to have different values to the different nodes. So that is why these values is a blue. Blue means low expression, red means high expressing value. So this now we have our biological network ready. So it is somewhat informative. So they are different, how different substrate is being, gene is being expressed, or they are upregulated or downregulated. That information you can see here. Next we have default node color. Okay, so default node color is there. So some node in network do not have any data. So some node don't have any data, and for those node default color applies. In our case, default color is blue. Okay, so if it doesn't have any color, so the default color is a blue. You can see here is a blue. This is a blue, don't have any data, so bluish. So default color is a blue here for our node, but we don't want to have the default color as a blue. Let's see, blue, which falls in the spectrum of the blue gray gradient. So this is our gradient. Low expressing is a blue, high expressing in the is a red. But some node are there in our data point which don't have any information. Still they are getting blue color because default color set is set to the blue. This is not ideal for the data visualization, and useful trick is to choose the color outside the gradient spectrum. So we want to choose the color outside this gradient spectrum to distinguish the node with the no defined values. So some nodes don't have any values. So what we do, we go in the style, fill color, and so here we go to this column here. Here we select the color as a gray color, light gray color, and we go OK. If you do, you can see here this color has changed to the gray color. So now this don't have any expression value. Previously this node was appearing red in color, blue in color. Now it is a gray in color. Why it is gray in color? Because this node don't have any information. So if this node doesn't have any information, then it becomes gray in color. So it doesn't have any expression values associated with it, and we don't want to confuse our network to show blue color for the which is for the low expressing, and this node don't have any expression value, so we want to keep it gray. So likewise, default node color we can select. Then node border width we can select. Okay, so node border width. So already we have discussed that node border is there. If the border width determines this significance. So if one node is there, second node is there, and there is a very thick border in between them, it means that there is a significant difference. So how to select this one? So we go to the border width here. Here we select this one column. Under column we want to select border width. So again, similar to previous one, we want to select GAL 80R. So GAL 80R default value we want to select continuous mapping. So now border width. Okay, so this is a border width we have selected. So this is a continuous mapping is there. Okay, so double click the gradient which defines the border width over the p values. We will define the minimum and maximum. So here, if we double click here, so you can set minimum and maximum here. Okay, so you can set maximum to the 0.05. So as a you all have statistic course in second year. So p value means significance value. Ideally 0.05. So this we want to select here. We click OK. Now you can see the width has changed based on level of significance. Okay, so this width is more, this width is less, it has no width. So based on significance, the border width can be changed. Okay, and click on the handle maximum. Click on the handle for the max value, rightmost end of the gradient, and the set value 10 for this one. Okay, so let's see. So here we want to set 10. Now we have set border width we have set to the 10, because when you can observe here it was 30 previous. Okay, so when it was 30, so when it was 30, the number internal letter you cannot read properly, right? So this we have set to the 10 here. Now this 10, so you can read the letters inside. So if it is a gene name, so you can read it and you can analyze the data also. So here level of significance is more compared to this gene which don't have any border. And these borders, you can say all borders, they will have different border width. Okay. Then click the def value in the border pane and select the gray color. So 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 here somewhere we can select the gray color also. Click the def value now node border pane and select the gray color. Okay, currently it is not being selected, but this is how it is being done, right? So here we can select if you current mapping. If you do current mapping, edit, you can select the different color viewer, assign color viewer, paired color, rainbow color, hide properties. So these options you can select from this one. Okay, so these things is there. So this is a dark gray color we can select here. So next thing is there. So now this gene pattern. So the network set network label. Now we want to set the network label. So we have one GAL1, GAL4 and GAL80 gene network. Now currently we are selecting GAL80 gene expression network, and now we want to select the node network node are by default labeled with the east open reading frame identifier. Okay, so open reading frame identifier like GAL80 or likewise it is name is given. So we can change the label to something more readable like gene symbol we want to give. So we already seen here. So this is this is our node table, right? So this is our YIL070. These things is there and it can have a different common name. So this is a common name and this is the other name. So so one more table. So here this was the common name. Okay, so this table has common name. So this is the YLR191W and this is a common name. PEX13 is a common name of this enzyme. Okay, so we want to send set names instead of the common name. So currently these are the different names. So we can see it is YBL, YCL, YBR, YER. So these are the shared names. So whatever names coded and shared, this is shown here. Let's see if it is selecting common names. So for node label, so here is a label. We can select middle name. So here we can select the change the column name, shared name to the common. So these are the shared names. Okay, so YML. So these names we can see here. So let us change names to the common name. So label. Let's select this one. GAL80 R expression, and this is continuous mapping. So maybe we don't have to change this one. So we don't want to give this name GAL80. We want to give common name, right? So let us see. Common is there. Common. Okay. So common name. So you can see here. Previously the names were like YML064C. Now the name has changed to the common name. HIS4, AST4, PMA4. So these are the particular enzyme names like Hex for hexokinase. G6D means glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase. So likewise, the particular 3-letter symbol and one numeric objects represent that particular gene name is there. So this is a protein name. Okay, so all here you can see the names has changed. So here you can see the names has changed. Okay, so these are the different change. So all names has changed, but the change is not altogether different. That is the same name, but instead of shared name what was there in the data, we are applying the this common names. So common names we can select, we can see here. Let's go to next thing. Creating a legend. A Cytoscape app legend creator allow to create the customized legend for your visualization. So if you want to create the legend, you can install the legend creator from the app store. Okay, so here if you go to the apps manager, so if you want to say select legend creator, Legend Creator is also already installed, right? So Legend Creator you can install. If it is not installed, you can search here and install it here. So here install from files, some option will come. So you have to install it. So currently it is installed. So we can see the control panel and go to the Legend panel. So this is our left side is a control panel. Here is a little network, then style, then filter, then annotation, then Legend panel. So let's go to Legend panel. So you can see here what are the options. So you can see legend are drawn as an annotation in the background canvas. Use this control to customize your legend. So this is a title, this is a subtitle of is a legend. So this data can be given particular name. So this current title is a GAL filtered network with data, and subtitle is a legend. Okay, and show the GAL ATR expression as an order border width. So the border width is the GAL ATR expression. Based on GAL ATR expression value, the border width is determined. They show GAL ATR expression as an order field, node field. So based on how whether GAL ATR is expressing at the lower value or the higher value, based on that one we have the node color field. Then layout can be vertical or the draw bound box. So these things is there. So go to Legend panel. This is the interface for the Legend Creator app, and we'll list the multiple options for creating the legend. So note that the two attributes that we use for the mapping are the GAL ATR expression and GAL sig. So GAL AT and GAL sig. So let us see where GAL sig we have selected. So under the node border of width, we should have selected the node border width. Here by mistake we have selected GAL ATR. So GAL sig we can select here, GAL sig. Okay, so now it has been selected by significance value. Border width as a significance value. So let us go to the legend panel here. So you can see here GAL AT as a node field. So node field is based on whether gene expression for GAL AT is higher or lower. Based on this level of this different metabolites change, expression level change, and not node border means significance level is based on the significance level of the GAL AT. So these things we can select here. So let us go to the our this one. By default, for this purpose, we want to show for our purpose. This is actually what we want to show. Okay, so we have GAL filter network and legend. So this we want to show, that is this is a GAL filter network and legend. So click add legend to continue. So let us click add legend. Okay, so this is add legend. So this we want to show. So if you alter here some data XYZ, if you write add legend, if you do this, but currently we want add legend same as this one. So add legend to continue. Legend will appear in the lower left of the network. So let us see lower left. So this is our network. So this is our biological network, biological reaction network, and now this data we can see here. Okay, so this is data we can see, network data we can analyze with this one, right? So lower left panel we have different this thing. So moving a legend, to move a legend, first click toggle window selection tool. So we want to moving the legends. So annotation section, we can click at the bottom of the network view window, and you can move the objects like you would any object, for example click and drag. So if you want to move this one, you can click like this, but if you want to do this one, you should have selected uh, these are the different window here. So what is there, we will see. This is always show graphic details. So graphic details can be shown or hidden. So this is a toggle node selection. If I unclick it, so I cannot select this node as individually. Okay, so even with the chip I cannot select. So this is there. So next, this one is there, toggle edge selection. So this edge we can select or unselect. So now I cannot select this edge, but if I do this, I can select it. So it has become red. So you can see I can select it. So next is that annotation. If I select the annotation, if I do like this shift, and then it can be toggle. So annotation we can change. So this thing is there. Okay, so annotation change we can do here. So next thing is there, toggle node label selection. So if you click it, so node label selection you can do, right? So likewise options are there for this moving the legends. So different legends you can show here. Okay, so here, so right now we can see the lower network, but if you see here, you can see the network has information. So node field color. So whether expression is higher or lower, you can see here higher expression in the lower expression in the blue. So this gradient you can see. Node border width significance 0.05 significance based on node border width. We can see some border are the thicker, some border are the less thicker. So based on these two parameters, it comes at the down of this network graph. So these are the different network analysis which can be done with this network. So let us see the layouts. Import the aspect of the network visualization. Important aspect of network visualization is the layouts. So layout meaning the position of nodes and edges. Our network has a preset layout in original file you imported, and this can be changed. So how the position of the node and differencing. So like your class, there is a different peoples, they are together, different set of people they are together, and whole different set of people they are together. So this is a different network. Currently what network we are showing in this one, so it is all altogether by the default, and we want to, if we want to show the network by different criteria, then we can go in the layout and we can change that. So let's change the layout to the degree sorted circle by selecting layout to the degree sorted circle layout. So if you go to the layouts and if you select degree sorted circle layout, you can see here this is a degree sorted layouts. Okay, so this has become all sorted. So how, which is, so this one is a very high connected point, this is a low connecting point. So these things we can select. So this is a degree sorted circle layout. In this layout, the nodes are sorted by the degrees connectedness. Okay, so you can see these nodes. Some nodes they have very high connectedness, like these nodes, and some nodes like these nodes. These are very only singly connected somewhat. Okay, so this connectedness we can say it is like some of your classmates. He may have very high number of friends, but some other friend, your classmate, he may be having only one friend. He don't have clear, but still via network he is connected to all other class, right? So this one is, but sometimes the some nodes are like major connectedness with the high degree node at the 6 clock position, and remaining node sorted counterclockwise at the decreasing degree. Okay, so if you see here is very high sorted, now it is becoming less, let's say. So counterclockwise if you go here, so it is decreasing connectedness. Okay, here it is increasing. If you go clockwise, the connectedness increasing to the node. So if you see this node has these nodes, if you go like this, going in the circle clockwise, so connectedness increases. At the 6 degree, this is very high. then it decreases counterclockwise. Okay, so these are the different layouts, means based on if you want to identify which genes has a particular influence in the network, so you can analyze this one. For this network, the degree sorted circle layout may not be the most effective. Instead, let's try force directed layout instead. So if you can try by default, this is a prefuse force directed. So if you go to the layouts here and prefuse force directed layouts, you can select. So this is a prefuse force directed, or instead if you select this one, the default network will be selected. So this is a layout, different layout settings. Preferred algorithm can be changed. You can, if you want to change layout property, you can go to the setting and prefuse here. Different layout you can select. So currently it is a prefuse force directed layout. This is there, but this default network also you can change. So these are the layouts. Now you want to filter the nodes. The Cytoscape allow you to easily filter and select the nodes and edges based on the data attributes. Next, we will select a set of nodes with high expression in GAL80 network. So for example, GAL80 network. So GAL80 gene is there, East is there, and there is a GAL80 gene. We want to knock out that gene, so that gene has been removed, and now we want to see if we knock out the gene, what is the expression pattern. Okay, so easily filter the select the node and edges based on data attributes. We select the subset of node with a high expression in the GAL80. So GAL80 knockout is there, and we want to select the subset with high expression of GAL80 knockout. So let us filter. So it is like Excel filtering. So here is a filter. You apply filter, add filter. Here column filter you want to do. So let us do column filter. So here is a column filter, and under the column filter you want to choose the node GAL80 R expression. So let us choose GAL80 R expression. Okay, so now this color has become yellow here. So see all nodes are selected as first. So all nodes has been selected. Using slider, specify value 2 or higher by changing the minimum value to 2. So let us change minimum value to the, so you can see currently all values are in yellow. Okay, now we want to change the minimum value to the 2, or minimum value we want to set 2. So you see the only few nodes in the network selected highlighted yellow. So if you select it to the, this is minimum between minus 1.3 and the 3 current value. If you select it to the 2, you can see color of the network is changing, right? So now it is minimum is selected to. So you can see high expressing and low expressing gene, particularly in this GAL80 knockout. Okay, so this is how we can filter the genes. Okay, so filtering option is there. Then expand the selection and create the new network. We have selected only few top expressing nodes. To see the context of these nodes in the large network, we expand the node selection of nodes to include the node connecting to the selected nodes. So now we want to expand the selection. Now we have selected only top expressing nodes. Okay, so you can see only top expressing nodes we have selected. So this red collection, only top expressing nodes we have selected, not all. So let us see. We can expand the selection of node to include the node connecting to the selected nodes. So first node neighbors. Once we have large selection, we can create a new network. Let us select the first neighbor. Select by clicking the first neighbor of selected node. Okay, here is one option is there. First neighbor of selected nodes. So we have this selected. Now you select here. So particular nodes have been selected yellow. Okay, so this is the first neighbor of selected nodes. So based on selected nodes, first neighbor you can select. You can select create the new network from collect selection by new network from the selection all edges. So if you go to new network, select from all edges, so this network changes to this network. Okay, now only this network we have got, so all other network we have got rid of. Okay, so here we have expand, we can expand network, or we can analyze very short network. There is a thousand and thousands of genes, but we can concentrate our on the particular genes. Okay, so firstly we have selected first neighbor of selected node by clicking the first neighbor of selected nodes undirected button, and then create a new network from current selection by new network from the selection all edges button. Here from all edges button, new network we have selected. So if you click preferred network, the toolbar apply the force directed layout. Okay, so this is a different layout we want to force apply. So now this is a force preferred layout, that is a force defined directed layout. Okay, so this is a, this button is there, so it apply the preferred layout. So this is our preferred layout, so you can see this is our layout. So what information we get via all this analysis? So our network look like this. So let's see whether it is there or not. So you can see MIG is there in our network. This is MIG, this is our MIG. Gal 1, Gal 10, Gal 7, Gal 1, Gal 10, Gal 7. It is expressing high, so it is in the red color. Gal 80, the low expression, so this is a low expression. Gal 80 knockout we are talking about, so that is why it is low expression. And we see Gal 4 and Gal 11, Gal 4 and Gal 11. So now we have generated network. So what it says, exploring the network. So if you right click on any node, for example gal, so you can get information with this one. So this is a gene, we want to get some information about this gal4. So let's go to external links, let's go to the sequence and database. What we want to go to sequence and proteins, ensemble gene view east. Okay, so this is an ensemble gene view, we want to go to ensemble gene view, and this is the east. So let's go to east. Now it is going to the other page. So now this page is being redirected to the EMBL. Okay, so EMBL is the database for this east. So like ENCPI, what we are going to see the next in short. So this EMBL database, it will go and fetch the EMBL database. So if it is not loading, we can try like this. We can take this one, we can try to put the link in our link box. Let's see whether it is giving the link directly. So it will be redirecting to the Ensemble database. Ensemble is a site like ENCBI, National Center for Biotechnological Information, is a site by United States of America, and this is a Ensemble mainly maintained by the European Union. So this one is a European Union site. So it should come. Currently it is not coming, but this is a database. Okay. So this will launch the Cytoscript also. Cytoscript we are showing the Ensemble data entry for the YPL 248C. Okay, so basically this Ensemble data, still it is not loading, maybe network is not proper, but it should show the entry for this YPL 248C. Next, if you want to interpret, so what is this thing? So we have this network, and if you want to interpret it, what is this? So this figure we have got via our all network analysis. So interpretation, digging into the biology of this network, it turned out that GAL4 is replaced by the GAL80. So this GAL4 is replaced by GAL80. So this gene is replacing this GAL80 is replacing this GAL4. Both GAL4 and GAL11 show fairly small change in expression. So the GAL4 and GAL11 expression has not changed. So we are currently seeing GAL80 knockout, and this GAL4 and GAL11 color you can see it doesn't have any much color, like too much blue or too much red. So this level of expression has not changed that much, and neither change is statistically significant. They are pale blue with the thin border. So you can see this change GAL4 to GAL11 or this one. So this is a pale blue. So this border is thin means not significant change. These slight changes in expression suggest that critical change affecting red node might be somewhere else in the node. So the slight changes in expression suggest that critical change affecting red node somewhere in the network and not either in the node. So the slight change, what is change in expression, it is not in this node, it may be slight or somewhat different in the different location. Gal4 and Gal80 which show significant level of repression, medium blue with a thicker border. Okay, so if you see Gal8, Gal4, so repression is there, here is a thicker border. Border means, so how we determine significance? Gal4 and Gal80, if you see the border of these nodes, it is very thin and it is very thin border, so it means that there is no significance change. Gal80 you can see the very big gray border between Gal80 around Gal80 means there is a significant change. So this gene influence significantly this gene, but these genes are not being significantly influenced by each other. So here is this significance. Okay, so Gal80 is replaced by Gal4 gene is replaced by Gal80 gene, that is shown here. Note that while Gal80 show evidence of significant repression, most node interacting with Gal4 show significant level of induction. So here is the induction. So Gal10, Gal1, Gal7. So they are, remember, red rectangles. So there is a induction. So if they are interacting with the Gal4, so these genes Gal10, Gal1, Gal7, they are getting induced. So Gal11 is a general transcription cofactor with the many interactions. So Gal11 is a general transcription factor with many interactions. Putting all together, we see that transcriptional activity of Gal4 is replaced by Gal80. So this transcription factor activity of this one is replaced by Gal80. So this is a blue color, and this is a significant border is shown around this node, that is a significantly different. So this gene is being replaced by this this Gal80. So the repression of Gal80 increases the transcriptional activity of the Gal4. So if this gene is getting replaced, if this Gal80 getting replaced, then its activity, Gal4 activity should increase. Even though the repression of Gal4 does not itself did not change much, Gal4 transcripts were much more likely to be the active transcription factor when Gal80 is replaced. So when Gal80 is replaced, the Gal4 is much more likely to be active. This explains why so much upregulation in the vicinity. So why this? Our question is that why the Gal10, Gal1, Gal7 are expressed so much high? Because Gal80 has replaced the Gal80's knockout, means this will express very high, so it will induce this one Gal10, Gal1, Gal7. So that is how we can analyze this network. So in summary, the explored is interactome. So that was the interactome from transcription factor. Different transcription factor we were talking. So all these were MIG, Gal1, Gal4. These are the protein and these are the transcription factors. So their interaction in the knockout experiment. So Gal80 gene transcription factor has been knocked out, and that interaction we were seeing here. So created the visual style using the expression value as a node color with a node border width mapped to the significance. So this node border width is showing the significance, and select the expressing high expressing genes and neighbors and created a new network. So here we have seen the high expressing gene, low expressing gene, and the network we can see here. So this all network we have analyzed. We can now export this network publication quality image. So let's see whether we can export this image. So export as a image, and let us see, keep it default. Whether we will see whether this is coming or not, that image. Where it is. Let us try to export again. Export image. Let's browse. Let's keep its image. Gal80 KO means knockout metabolic network. Okay, so let us see if it is saving or not. PNG file, it should save in the PNG file. Okay, so here is a GAL80 knockout metabolic network. So let us try to open it. So you can use this metabolic network in the publication. So if you are in the postgraduate or this one PhD program, you can analyze this network. So let us try to open it. So let us see if it is opening or not. So open with Microsoft Picture Manager. Still opening. Okay. So basically based okay. So this is a GAL4 gene, there is a GAL80 gene, level of significance we can see here. Which are genes which being induced we can see here. Because this is GAL80 knockout, this GAL4 expression has increased, and the increased expression has led to the increased expression of the GAL10, GAL1, GAL7. But this GAL1 and GAL4 11 is not that much related, but this GAL1 and MIG1 are related, and there is a significant changes. If it increases, this expression of it decreases. So likewise, you can analyze this data and you can use it in the publication. So for your purpose, currently we are interested. We have taken this topic because whenever we say the metabolic reactions, so we talk about feedback loop mechanism. So when we say glycolysis is there, so some enzymes is there or particular metabolite is there, it is inhibiting reaction or it is stimulating the reaction. So positive or negative feedback mechanism that we want to show. So for that purpose, this metabolic network analysis is useful for you. So that was about the metabolic network analysis, right? So next topic we want to cover is